Hi Laura, thanks for coming in. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You've had laser hair removal
Yes.
treatment. Why did you do that?
I had the treatment because I used to have rashes all the way down my legs, self-confidence issues. If I was on holiday anywhere, I would have to sort of wear shorts down to the beach or into the sea and then take my shorts off so no one was watching me.
And what sort of effect was that having on your life?
Horrible effect, no confidence whatsoever. I wouldn't even want to go out sort of like into the sea. I'd have to wear like shorts or a sarong to wrap around me. And after losing weight as well, it's sort of like, well, I've lost my weight, but I can't get my legs out because I've got the rashes on me.
So why come to a clinic? Why not just go to a beautician's down the road?
Clinic to me, because Beatrice is a doctor, to me that's a lot safer. Instead of having hundreds of treatments in a beauty salon, it's 6 treatments every 3 weeks, and it's changed my life for the better already.
Yeah, you had laser hair removal treatment in quite a sensitive area.
Yes.
Did you feel comfortable about having that done?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the lady talked me through it step by step. You know, I'm just going to do the top area a bit, and then she's like, the more sensitive area is going to hurt a little bit more, but just keep breathing through it, and it gets easier.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you can feel.
Yeah, you can feel it.
As soon as you say the word laser to some people, they think, oh, pain. I mean,
Yes.
how painful was it?
Elastic band flicking at your skin.
And afterwards?
Gone completely. You don't feel anything afterwards.
And what about the results? Are you happy with the results?
Yes, definitely, yeah. I went on holiday, rang up the clinic and said, oh my goodness me, I've just walked from the apartment down into the sea without having to cover up my legs. It was amazing.
And would you recommend?
Yes, to anyone. I'd recommend it tomorrow. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So what exactly is your story, Steve?
I'm 44. I'm an engineer by trade. I've been working in the engineering industry for avionics industry even for best part of 25 years. My real story starts probably about 2 years ago. I topped a weight of nearly 17 stone and I was 107 kilos, and I remember one day going to work. I ran upstairs. I made my way up the stairs, and I remember getting to the top thinking, gosh, I really struggled out of breath. And coming back downstairs again, I put some shoes on and doing my laces up. The whole of my body, the air from my lungs just seemed to be crushed out from me, just through bending over and doing up my laces. And I suddenly thought, this isn't right. I've got to do something about this. I tried diets previously in the last sort of few years. Nothing really worked for me. So luckily my wife is Dr. Beatrice and she happened to have been away on a conference that particular month where they were looking at different dietary things, etc. And she'd come across this medical diet called Nut. And she actually thought, for me, it would be ideal. It would be something I could do. I could see quick results. One of the key concerns I did have before when I went on the diet was how my body was going to look after, whether there was going to be a lot of loose skin hanging around and whether I had to do something different for that. But the overall diet, everything just tightened up, everything shrunk, the muscle toning came through, and that wasn't without any extreme exercise like that. It was just literally on the diet, eating the right food, the body felt great. I never felt hungry through any of the phases. I lost weight quite quickly, and that was quite motivating, because when you lose 2 to 3 kilos a week, you know, you can see the difference, you can feel the difference, and that made the motivation and the enthusiasm to continue it really, really good.
Well, clearly it's had a fantastic effect on you, and the results for you have been amazing. What else has changed for you?
From the point of view of the weight loss, I feel great now. I have more energy. Interestingly, when I was at my maximum weight and where I am today, it's equivalent weight of my daughter. So it's something like 34 kilos. So when I think back that I'm effectively carrying my daughter around me all the time, that's amazing to think that. As I said, I feel great now. I'm more enthusiastic about doing things, sport-wise. I like to go skiing, do things like that. So whereas I felt a little bit lethargic before and was a bit more reluctant in those areas, I now felt, great, go for it. And actually, I remember going to the school fete one in the May, and because I hadn't seen a lot of my friends or people that I'd known from school for some time, they were shocked. A lot of them didn't recognise me. They saw me walking around with Beatrice, and they thought, "Oh, this is strange. I wonder where Steve is." And actually, it was only probably after about an hour into the fete, people suddenly realised who I was, and they started coming up. They were amazed. They were thinking, "Oh wow, you're looking so great," and I felt great. Everything was going in the right direction. As I said, it was quite a quick process. I lost a lot of weight in terms of in a week. You're losing probably quarter to half a stone some weeks. So that gave me the inspiration and motivation to continue. From that point as well, obviously a lot of my colleagues at work noticed, and they were all quite intrigued and wanted to know what was going on. And being a male-dominated sort of industry, you always feel a little bit cautious talking about those things. But actually, they were quite supportive and upbeat, and that gave me the confidence actually to go and have further treatments as well, because I felt, looking in the mirror, my body was looking great. I felt great, but I noticed I looked tired, perhaps under the eyes and that, because I'd lost so much weight. So I then went to Beatrice and I said, can I have some further treatments? Can I have some fillers, for example? And I've always been very squeamish when it comes to needles, and I just don't like the thought of having needles around the face. But I have to say, she's brilliant. She is so relaxed, so calm. She gives that feeling of nothing's a problem. And it was very straightforward, very easy, and I didn't even have any anaesthesia. So for me, that's amazing. So life is great at the moment. So yeah, that's my story.
Vicky, it's great that you've come along to tell us your story. What actually prompted you to have some treatment?
It got to the stage where I was really unhappy, like with the way I looked. My cheeks were like sinking in, and I had like loads of lines. I'd given up smoking for 6-7 years, and I think obviously that had done its damage with all the lines on my face, and it was just, I felt like I was a pensioner, before my time, and I just wanted to just try and do something to make myself look better. I'd always struggled with sort of like low self-esteem and things like that, and it was just like, if I felt happy inside, that I looked nice, then sort of hopefully other things would sort of fall.
That's lovely. How did you find Dr. Strawford?
He was recommended to me, and I was lucky enough to attend one of his open evenings where I actually got to see him do Botox on somebody. So I knew sort of by first hand what was happening, rather than thinking, I want to have Botox, but I don't know what anyone does to achieve to look a certain way. Yeah, and that just made me more hell-bent on getting it done. And luckily enough, I was able to get the procedure done that evening, and I had the 2 areas done, and I was overjoyed, absolutely overjoyed with the results.
Has it changed your life, having treatment?
I do feel more confident. I've gone blonde, whereas before it was either black or black. I've got a bit more colour in my life, whereas before I'd sort of be quite happy to sort of hide in the shadows a bit. Now I want to sort of be out there a bit more. yeah, it's done me the world of good, to be honest.
Would you recommend the treatment to anyone else?
I certainly would. Yeah, I mean, if there's anyone out there that just felt just a smidge how I felt, just bite the bullet, get it done, and hide any receipts from your husband.
Because I felt, looking in the mirror, my body was looking great, I felt great, but I noticed I looked tired, perhaps under the eyes and that, because I'd lost so much weight. So I then went to Beatrice and I said, you know, can I have some further treatments? Can I have some fillers, for example? And I've always been very squeamish when it comes to needles, and I just don't like the thought of having needles around the face. But I have to say, she's brilliant. She is so relaxed, so calm. She gives that feeling of nothing's a problem. And it was very straightforward, very easy, and I didn't even have any anaesthesia. So for me, that's amazing. So life is great at the moment. So yeah, that's my story.
If you can just tell me how you felt your skin was.
My skin was very greasy. It was very spotty underneath the skin. They weren't red like normal, what I would say normal spots were. They were very lumpy, they were very painful, and they were quite black as well.
And how did that make you feel? Did that affect your self-confidence?
Yeah, my self-confidence went right down. I wasn't happy. I'd have to wake up early to apply my makeup every morning. It just made me feel really awful. I wasn't a happy person.
And because it was your face,
Yeah.
obviously that's much more difficult to
Yeah, because
to
everyone
hide.
looks at your face. Everyone can see any little blemish on your face. I was always conscious when people were talking to me, were they really looking at my skin or were they just talking to me?
So what made you decide to have a chemical peel?
Well, I'd done some research on the internet and friends had recommended the clinic for other reasons. So I looked up what they had offered and I made an appointment to have a consultation to find out what they could do for my skin.
And did it make a difference that the clinic is run by a doctor?
Yes, it did, because I felt that Beatrice would know more about skin problems and how to deal with them, if it was anything related to my diet or the environment that I've been living in.
So you came here, what did she say to you?
She looked at my skin and she said, yes, my skin was very greasy and it was another form of acne. We talked about my diet, being a vegetarian, and that I needed to eat more fish, so I was put on oils to take twice a day and a vitamin as well to take twice a day.
Okay, so you booked an appointment to have a chemical peel. Were you concerned about having a chemical peel? Did it hurt?
No, I wasn't. It didn't hurt. It tingled a lot in the area, especially in my chin area, because that was where the problems were. But when it tingled, I felt it was actually working.
Have you been pleased with the clinic and how you've been treated and your aftercare?
Yeah, brilliant. I can come down, I can phone, and then one can give me advice on other products I could use, or any other treatments I could need as well, just to improve it a little bit more.
And you're pleased with them?
Fantastic, yeah. Absolutely.
And you said to me a little while ago that you hated having your photo taken. Do you think that's changed now?
I don't mind. I don't mind having my photos taken now because and I don't have to wear so much makeup either. And I'm just more confident in myself.
So would you recommend the clinic and that treatment to other people?
Yeah, and I have. I've recommended it to colleagues at work as well who have been having the same problems.